Feeling myself, ain't no chance I'm coming down, no. Got this whole view to myself, yeah. Why would I give it up? Why do they wanna come take my place? I work too hard for it, don't need a replacement. This my vocation, now I got rollies all in rotation. Hop on a jet just to take a vacation. Remember the moments was trapped in the basement, now the hard work is all taking me places. Water on bed like we trapped in the matrix. Bet on myself and go ball out in Vegas. Living a life like I'm rich and I'm famous. Don't see the grind that I know that it came with. Oh, I ain't make it this far for myself, yeah. Prove to everybody else, I had to set them straight, yeah. I had to boss, I had to renovate. I know they hate when you elevate. The second of losses, I'm handing them out, yeah. I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment. I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly. I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. Yeah, they hate when you elevate. Elevate, elevate.
Burn Live, y'all. Marijuana, we keeping y'all connected. Hashtagging these red eyes, changing the viewers. I read, keeping underage, smoking on social media, killing myself for your entertainment, sitting here with friends and family, starting a conversation. What's up, y'all? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching it. This is another show. I know I went live earlier today, had a very good show. Had about a few things. Wanted to smoke and go live with you. So tonight is almost the same exact concept. You know what I'm saying? Not really too much to talk about. Just really wanted to just sit up here with you guys and just chill and smoke. Now what's weird is I really kind of wanted to come on here and talk about conspiracy theories and things that was going on like that. I really did. But I noticed, like, when I come to my shows and I'm ready to do a show and stuff like that, it's like those videos don't be really around and stuff like that. All the conspiracy theory, the crazy ones that I be looking for, it never seems to be around. So it's like, how can I talk about it if I can't show y'all? And I think that's just crazy. So, you know what I'm saying? I was going to really do that. But nah, we just get into some other cool stuff that's going on in the world. We still got the YSLL case where people want to.
I think they be trying to get my location, and I'm gonna get their ass if they do get my location.
Oh my God, I gotta. We gotta start off with this RICO case.
Recused Judge Glanville gets handled. Woody's former attorney Kayla Bumpus and John Melnick did a live stream on Zoom that has some interesting moments. Yeah, Woody hops up on this live stream and hints that the transcript is altered, and she also says that they felt ambushed at some point. So hit subscribe, like the video. Here we go.
Oh Lord, who says about to be ghetto? Y'all are so crazy. Let's have some positive vibes in the chat, please. Why did Melnick send a personal injury attorney to a criminal courtroom? Truth be told is I was a criminal attorney for 5 years, but I'm gonna be honest, when we came from the meeting, if you have read or know anything about the transcript.
The judge thought she was the mole that leaked it to the defense, and there was that footage of them in the hallway talking. He was like insinuating it was her.
Meeting ended around 11 something, and court 11:40ish, and court started immediately. So I immediately went into the courtroom, and I want to say.
to speed people up, this is about the YSLL and a judge having a secret meeting. This is the lady right here that so-called exposed everything and the judge for what was really happening. And I really was trying to look for this video. I couldn't find it. So we're going to go a little bit further deep into it.
Say that maybe 30 minutes into being in the courtroom that we went on break. And when we went on break is when we hear about this infamous got you on camera video. So it's true. He does have me on camera. And I was talking to 4 attorneys. And that was just the beginning of them knowing what was really going on. But we'll get into that a little bit later. So we were meeting from 10:17 to 11:28. And I definitely immediately knew that was incorrect. And I was so scared. Like,
you know what's weird is if she's the mold, if she's the lady that exposed the judge for having a secret meeting, the fact that she got the ball and the audacity to go on social media on a regular normal platform and spill everything, knowing that somebody can watch this and go tell the judge, and then the judge, even though he can't do this, but he can, is unlawfully, he can take this information that she exposed to social media and hold her into contempt. Now, is it right? No. How? Because he was looking for certain information. There it is on social media, and then you're technically not allowed to expose a open case to anybody. For anybody.
like, oh Lord, here we go. But I think once he released the transcript, that he did correct that, and he does say that we only met for about 17 minutes, which is more of the truth.
I can imagine how that would be scary. The judge.
You must don't understand the judges is above the law. Okay, bro.
Judge saying you met with someone for over an hour when it was only 17 minutes.
Talk to you about, if anything, that Woody told me, because let's talk about attorney-client privilege. A lot of you guys have heard about attorney-client privilege the past couple of weeks if you've been following the case. Immediately when Attorney Steele exposes the meeting into open court and to the world, then Judge Glanville, he says, I have a pretty good idea who did it, and I'm sure she did it. When she did it, she violated attorney-client privilege. So we're going to talk about that. I really cannot answer anything that Woody told me that is protected by privilege.
Right. So technically, your ass ain't supposed to be on social media talking about the case.
Everybody put a green heart in the chat for
Now, the judge can do whatever you want to.
Alex Woody's initial lawyer that went on
Yes, he
vacation to
can. It's his
Alaska.
What green
courtroom.
heart you're getting.
Great.
No, it's not.
So Milton, can you first tell everybody that you do not hate me?
Of course not. Absolutely not. You were doing me a huge favor.
Okay, everybody's been asking about stand-in attorneys, and a lot of people have been giving me pushback and saying that in the transcript that I did not stand up for Woody, and I did not say anything, and I let the state badger him.
That might have been me. I did say something like that in my video. I just feel like in some parts she was.
She is technically, y'all, putting her life in danger by even exposing herself. She putting her life in danger by exposing herself. You really wouldn't think that you would be out here telling a case that you're technically involved in, that you was there. Now, if you wasn't that involved in the case, yeah, man, go on social media, tell her, hey, man, fuck the judge, fuck the lawyers, whatever. But if you're involved in this is what you would call a high profile case, y'all. The YSL, the Young Thugger, this is a high case. This case has been going on for almost over 5 years or something like that. Like, what is really going on? But yet again, I'm a type of person that I'm not going to try to get too far in the middle of this case like that, because yet again, the outcome of this case will affect the future far as a way that a lot of people is not going to like, because your amendment rights to freedom of speech is going to get taken away if Young Thugger get locked up. If Young Thugger get locked up, you is no longer going to be able to put your rap lyrics on a song and you commit a crime and think that you're not going to get away with it.
Bashing me about is, If Melnick was there, he would never let this meeting go on.
Well, and I mean, this is a first of its kind type of thing that I've ever seen. So I don't know that any lawyer has enough experience or knowledge or know-how to deal with these types of issues that you were presented with that day, something that I never would have anticipated. I certainly anticipated that the state was going to try to get Kenneth to testify, but I never would have anticipated that she would have been summoned into a courtroom in front of a judge with a court reporter and several deputies and both prosecuting attorneys or all the prosecuting attorneys, and that this would have happened. I've never heard of it happening before, and neither has anybody else.
This is what we're gonna do, Melnick. You got 3 questions I'm gonna ask you, right? So one, you can plead the fifth on one, you can get forced immunity on one, and the third.
That's crazy. I'm not gonna get into this because this is his coverage. This young guy, go check him out on YouTube. I don't even know who he is. I ain't gonna lie to you. But this YSL case, and I do cover it a little bit when some.
Okay, let me make myself clear, right? Because you keep asking me about. Okay, let me make myself clear, right?
This is the case
you
you're talking
keep
about right
asking me
here.
about things I don't told investigators in the past. From, I can't say from when to when, but so much was going on. My name was on everything. The police
What's
kept
up?
coming to grab me. Every
What's
time
up,
they grabbed me, I had
Instagram?
a
Y'all out
different
here
story
chilling?
for them.
Y'all know how we do it with the red eye game.
I know 100% facts, and I'm telling you now, I was not truthful. I was saying whatever they wanted me to say. I was saying whatever I could come up with. I was trying my best to convince them that I didn't do nothing, that I'm an innocent person, and that people put their hands on me. When they asked me about any of these things, you sitting here keep asking me step by step by step by step. And I'm telling you now, because you asked me, was I being truthful?
Okay.
I know I wasn't being truthful.
In some of those interviews, were you in custody? Were you arrested in some of those interviews?
I think so.
Okay. Do you recall telling detectives in those interviews that you're just trying to get out of jail? So I'm going to tell you all what happened so you can check it and I can get out of jail.
Yeah, I told the investigators that I remember, I think in one of the interviews, they was locking me up and my child's birthday was coming up. And when they got me, I said, listen, man, whatever y'all want me to say, I would tell you right now. Just tell me what to say and I would say it. Tell me what y'all want to know and I would tell you. So they would have asked me about.
When y'all hear somebody say that he just said anything they wanted to say, when y'all hear this guy admit that he lied on stand, what is going through y'all mind? What type of recognition do he really stand for? What type of hood stripes do he deserve or get? I'm curious because now he's getting it. This is probably like dude been up here on trial for a while. He's getting irritated. He's getting mad. He tired of doing this. So you know what I'm saying. Now he's trying to rat himself so he can get up out of case or a soft sentence. This is really, really, really weird to me, yo.
If they would ask me about President Trump, I would have had a story about Trump.
Listen to me. Listen to me now. You must watch this entire video. I know you're going to click off or you got other things to do. I promise you, you're going to want to watch this entire video. It is groundbreaking. It is nuclear. What the key witness in this entire RICO trial comes out with. This is the same guy. Okay, and I'm going to keep repeating it because a lot of people get confused. He is the same guy that Judge Glanville and the prosecutors had the secret ex parte meeting with and threatened him that if he did not testify, they were going to lock him up indefinitely. That he told them, I'm going to lie on the stand. And they said, that's fine. We want you to lie on the stand. We won't prosecute you. He admitted that he's the one that did the murder. And they said, well, if you admit that on the stand, then we will prosecute you for perjury because we want to look like you're lying about it because we need to pin it on Young Thug and his co-defendants so that we can win this case. When you see what he exposes, it is going to blow your mind.
You and Kel had said that the beef was over. You told Detective Gaither.
You may answer the question, sir.
Do you recall? I'll ask the question again. Do you recall Thug and Kel speaking while at the Cascade Skating Ring in 2015?
I don't recall.
Do you recall telling Detective Gaither about that phone call?
Yes.
What do you remember telling Detective Gaither about that phone call?
My word for word?
Whatever you remember.
Oh, I don't know. I don't recall.
Do you remember first telling Detective Gaither that you and Kel had said that the beef was over? You told Detective Gaither this.
Yes.
All right. Do you recall, again, telling Detective Gaither in this interview that Kel asked you to call Thug?
Yes.
Do you recall what Thug said in 2015 to Kel?
Yes.
Yes, you remember what Thug said?
I don't recall what was said. I don't remember what was said.
Okay.
I don't remember me talking to the investigators about it.
All right. Do you remember telling Detective Gaither that when Kel got on the phone, that Thug said the beef ain't over with until you pay for my window? You shot my window.
Yes.
Yes, you remember telling Detective Gaither that?
I don't remember what I done told the police.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Are you just saying yes now to speed up your questioning?
Most definitely.
Okay.
That's crazy. Like, how can his words be valid if he admitting this? Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Once you saying that I'm lying to you, period, I'm doing whatever it takes to hurry up. Like, what is his what's the word I'm looking for? What is his use? I mean, what is he good for? He's not good for shit. His word don't mean shit once he admitted that he lied. Once that you find out and you can actually prove that there's two different stories coming out of his mouth, period, his credibility, I think that's the word I'm looking for. His credibility is shattered. It's gone. It's gone. Yeah, in my head, it does messes up the Young Thugger trial all the way, like, period, like, point blank. Like, it's time to go to the next witness. Time to go to the next witness because this nigga done fucked up. It's like, I mean, I guess he didn't fuck up. He just made it to where his testimony is a liability to the case on both sides, on whoever's trying to win or lose. You can't win and lose with nothing that he said, none of his testimony. His testimony is crap. It's shit. But yet again, you can't reverse it and say that it's not, that it is worth something because of the reasoning of why that he's lying and the reason why that he don't want to tell the truth. And the reason that he's doing this is so he can hurry up and get off the stand. He's tired of being on trial.
Now, do you recall independently that after Thug told Kel, beef ain't over with until you pay for my window, you shot my window, that you told Kel what you told Kel?
Yes.
What do you remember telling Kel?
Yes.
So you told Kel, yes?
Yes.
Do you recall telling Kel, look, what y'all got going on, this has nothing to do with me?
Yes.
Do
Are
you
you telling the
recall
truth?
also that you
Yes.
told Thug that your beef with Kel is over with?
Yes.
Do you recall what Thug said to you after you said that?
Yes.
What did he say to you?
What did who say to me?
What did Thug say to you?
When?
This the part where I be like, this nigga dumb. This is the part where I be like, this nigga is dumb. And I don't mean dumb like how y'all like, oh man, he not dumb. He know what he doing. Yeah, that's the whole point. That's what makes him dumb. You know what you doing. You hear the question, then you gonna pretend or formulate to act like you don't know what you're hearing. Stop playing.
While he was on FaceTime at the Cascade skating ring.
Who's on FaceTime at the Cascade game ring?
Do you remember testifying earlier that you told Detective Thorpe in January 11th that Kel and Thug?
I don't remember what I told the investigator, Detective Thorpe or whatever.
Okay. Do you remember telling Detective Gaither in this January 28th interview that Thug said, nigga, I don't care about none of it. Look what y'all got going on. You still shot at me. Just pay for my window. You gonna pay for my window. Hey man, I ain't letting that go.
Yes.
Yes, you remember Thug saying that?
Thug said it?
You said yes, so I'm asking you, what do you remember?
Cause I keep telling you, I don't remember. You keep asking me questions, so I'm just saying yes.
Okay, so are you saying yes, that's what you told Detective Gaither?
I know I ain't complete school, but I think I'm speaking proper English. I told you, I don't recall nothing I said to no police. You keep sitting right here asking me the same question over and over and over and over and over. I'm tired of it. I'm drained.
Okay. Well, if you would just answer the questions properly.
I am answering the question. You asked me, I said yes, yes. When I say yes, you ask me the same question over and over and over and over and over.
But did you just tell the court or this jury that you're saying yes just to move the process along?
I think I said it loud and clear.
So again, will you just answer the questions and we can move the process along?
You keep asking, okay, yes.
What are you answering yes to?
Your question.
I answer the question you posed.
Are you lying when you say yes?
Huh?
Are you lying when you say yes?
Nigga.
Am I lying about what?
Oh my God, bros. I'm sorry. I'm about to lose my cool. I'm not gonna lose my cool like that. I'm trying my best not to lose my cool, but I'm literally about to lose my cool. Like, what are we really watching here? What is we watching? Okay. So you've been pestering this witness for months on months on months on months on end. Now he about to crack. I'm wondering if that's what they're really trying to do and what they're looking for. Do y'all want him to crack? And then if he cracks, y'all think he's going to spill the beans about something? Is that what I'm thinking is the whole purpose y'all trying to crack this dude? Because basically, oh wow, we got to actually finally somebody else on trial next after this. Okay.
The question that I've asked you so far.
Objection made. Oral, sir.
Judge Glanville threw his career away, and the prosecutors threw theirs away, and brought up on criminal charges just to get this guy to testify. You cannot make this ish up.
I can't be lying because I told you up front that I don't recall.
During the January 28th interview, let me ask you this. Do you remember back in 2015, after Thug and Kel got off the phone, did you speak with Kel anymore about that conversation that he had with Thug?
I don't recall.
Okay. Do you recall telling Detective Gaither that Kel asked for you to call Nut so that y'all could talk about what his conversation was with Thug?
I don't recall.
Do you recall whether or not you just told Kel to just pay for the window?
I don't recall having a conversation with Kel. Me and him would never have a conversation together.
Do you recall telling Detective Gaither, so you hung up the phone and me and Kel started talking like, man, bro, it's over, bro, just pay for the window?
I don't talk like that.
Okay. Do you recall telling Detective Gaither that Kel's response was, I pay for a window, that nigga tried?
Say that again.
Do you recall telling Detective Gaither that Kel's response to you was, I pay for a window, that nigga tried me?
I said that. I'm trying to understand who said what.
I'm asking you, do you recall telling Detective Gaither?
Oral, sir.
Do you recall telling Detective Gaither that?
I don't recall.
All right.
Okay, so for once, I'm gonna take his side because I'm so sick and tired of this lawyer asking him shit about what a cop asked him, and he has repeatedly told you over and over again he don't recall nothing that he said to no cop. He don't remember that what a cop said to him, but yet again you're gonna repeatedly ask him about what a cop said so he can lie to you, and you know that he's lying to you because he said I'm gonna lie to you. What are you really like? I understand where you got to try to break down a witness. You got to try to break him down, crack him, so he can talk and be efficient. But I'm at the point to where like this getting a tad bit overboard. Like either he not gonna crack, he just gonna. Oh, man, let me just okay. I'm gonna shut up.
Do you recall telling Detective Gaither that you said you told Kel you got a problem with Thug, you don't have a problem with me?
You asking me what now?
I'm asking you, do you remember telling Detective Gaither?
And that's getting on my nerves too. Like he can't, like his comprehension level is low as fuck. You heard what the hell she said. Answer this. Like, okay, y'all. Let me calm down. Once again, let me calm down. It's just the fact that he's like, I want to hurry up and get off stand. If you make her repeat herself, how can she get off the stand? That means she's going to want to ask the question again. That means she's going to stay up there longer. I would just answer the question, even if I didn't understand it or hear it.
That
Okay.
In response to what Kel said, you said to Kel, you got a problem with Thug, you don't have a problem with me.
So why am I talking to Kel if that was true? I don't recall.
Okay.
I don't recall.
Thank you. Do you recall telling Detective Gaither also about the night at Club Crucial when Kel hit you in the back of the head?
I probably did.
You got hit in the back of the head, brother. In the club. This is too much for me. This is too much for me. I guess this is the part where they be like, nigga, you ain't about that life. You damn right I'm not about that life. Cause this is too much for me. We can't go over it all, y'all. If y'all want to get the case, man, go look up the YCL case, man. Go check them out. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's really like, I don't know, man. I really don't know. I'm not even sit up and lie. I can't even put a sentence together because I really don't know. Because that's how confused I am. Dude told you he was gonna snitch. Dude told you he was gonna lie. And yet again,
Big ain't here, so Big can't give you no receipts. He dead.
We made one record with you. Money out.
Big ain't here, so Big can't give you no receipts. He dead.
We made one record with you. Money, power, and respect. It's 10 years later, and you still got half of our publishing.
To describe Puffy in one word is a never paid me not one thing out.
I wish it would. How much money do you think I owe this guy?
All money ain't good money.
So he acts like he has no idea what's going on, but it's coming from him. And then y'all gonna let him throw dirt on the God's name?
I did it. Told my he want receipts.
Mace owes me $3 million. That's facts. I got the receipt.
Let's start with your mother. Your mother got the receipts. Everything is in your mother's name. That's the one who got the receipts. You need more proof? Big ain't here, so Big can't give you no receipts. He dead. Craig Mack can't give you receipts. He dead. What are you talking about? Who else? Black Rob can't give you receipts. He dead. And everybody else, you made sign paperwork so they can't talk about what I'm talking about. I'm the only one with the guts.
Allegedly, feds have been interviewing former Bad Boy artists to come out against Diddy, and Mace has been at the top criticizing Diddy for 20 years. He knows about freak-offs, the fraud, the bribery, the blackmailing, and so much more. And he's
it's the fact that they call it the freak off, y'all. They literally be calling this shit the freak off. Like that's really what's going down in this so-called Diddy world, the freak off.
Curious, just to better understand your rule. Curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this
that Diddy stuff, that Diddy YSL cases are well, Diddy's not a case, just a bunch of lawsuits going on. That stuff is crazy. But not only is it crazy, it's considered a high profile case. That's immaculate.
Yeah, you keep asking me the same question, knowing I don't comprehend you when you asking me that. Like, talk to me in a way where I understand.
Does he have blonde hair in his picture?
That stuff be so. See, stuff like that, y'all. When you hear this dude talking about, I don't comprehend. He got to make questions go over and over again. Just like, come on, man. It's hard to sit up here. So I know everybody heard about Rick Ross getting jumped in Canada and stuff like that. I heard a little bit about
Ross was
it.
in Vancouver over the weekend at a festival. He did his set. As he's leaving the stage, he had Not Like Us play. Leaves and gets into an altercation with someone back there. I'm assuming over the music. And then his security got involved, and it was some beats handed out all the way around the board to his people.
Not Beats by Dre.
No. It wasn't Beats by Dre.
Couple people on the ground.
Yeah, some knockouts.
Couple naps. One was a quick nap, got right back up, but the other one looked like it might have been a long nap.
I know a lot of people online making this, like, they turned it into like a real think piece. I definitely don't want to do that. I want to just say, what did niggas think was going to happen? What did you think was going to happen when you go to someone else's city? Well, not the city, country.
Yeah.
Beloved, national treasure.
Yeah.
And you go there playing around when you've already just had a beef with this man. What did you think was going to happen? No one was going to say nothing?
Nothing. That's what I think. I think certain folk think like, shit ain't gonna happen to me, nigga. I don't care. Yeah, I could do that. Now what? What y'all gonna do?
Well, we seen what happened.
We saw.
Fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn, I could tie this right back into the horse and pony show I just talked about, but I won't right now. That horse
wanna
is
get that
tied.
This is crazy. But this is crazy, y'all. The fact that I didn't know what happened to the Ross situation up there in Canada, but to find out that you went up here to the Ross situation and did something like this, come on, man. Really? You went to Canada to diss Drake and thought nobody was gonna say nothing in Canada. What rules and laws are these rappers living under? These artists is living up under? It's the fact sometimes it makes you think like, do y'all think y'all real or y'all living on another planet? It makes me understand more and more of what Caveman was talking about when he was talking about the realities and stuff like that of people thinking and living. Can you not think you really gonna get touched like that? Like we really that Hasadiddy? We really that? And you know what? I'm so mad at Joe Budden on a whole nother level because I want to see the Joe Budden Candace Owens interview, and I still ain't found that shit. If anybody find that, please send that to me because I do want to hear that. I want to see that.
Perfectly into the horse and pony show I was just talking about.
Figure it out.
And figure out what he's there.
Yeah.
He wasn't supposed to be there.
At the festival entirely.
Yep. Why is he here?
You're not wrong.
Why is Rick Ross doing whatever the fuck he was doing right there in that moment?
I'm sure it was probably booked before all the shit, but still.
So what?
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Or again, that could be part of the
Nothing
arrogance.
about that venue.
I'm going to Canada.
Or that booking screamed six-figure booking. Nothing about it.
Oh no, he's getting
from the stage to the speaker. Excuse me.
He getting 6 figures.
I don't know that. I don't know that to be true, and you don't know that to be true.
That nigga came to Newark, and the Newark niggas that booked him, it wasn't.
That
even,
has nothing to do with what somebody takes regularly to show up places. I'm not saying he's never gotten 6 figures. I'm saying this particular venue, stage, sound system doesn't scream, I'm getting $150 to be here. Don't tell me all of this big boss. I flew my private jet here. I live in the Coming to America house. Cars show 20,000 here. At some point, the words and actions gotta match up. Happens to the greatest of them.
Mm-hmm.
J. Cole looked like he sound. Kendrick looked like he sound. Drake looked like he sound. All these niggas in that look like they sound. Ross shouldn't have been there.
I think it was ego.
It seemed like he was having a decent time being there before.
I was about to say, if he didn't play that song, that might not have happened.
Yo,
the people looked at the song as disrespect, potentially like, word, that's what you're gonna do.
You shouldn't have played the song. You play stupid game.
Stevie J, you just mentioned Stevie J.
My
He
bad,
said-
my-
he-
there in second place. Kush Miney in third.
I didn't even know my mic was off. Dang, that's messed up, y'all. How long was my mic off? feel like my dog is messing what's up. But yeah, I be watching these little races and stuff, dog. This stuff be dope. Yeah.
Front, Bortoletto now all over the back of Crawford. Let's jump on board with the Brazilian side by side through Cops in the wet. Yes, please, says Gabriel
Yeah,
Bortoletto.
like how in the hell are you? I mean, I understand you can see, you know what I'm saying, but
Brave to try the move, didn't quite pay off, but now he's going to go side by side into Maggots and Beckett's round the
then they got
outside,
them
and
blinkers
the
so you can
reigning
see the
Formula
light.
3
You
champion
know it's hard to
goes
see.
into fourth place.
Y'all know it's hard to see out there with that water splashing all up in your faces. And look how close to y'all driving. But you know the course. You probably, yeah, I like that shit. It's just interesting to me. I know I'm black. Shouldn't be liking racing like that. Should be only liking basketball. Basketball and football should be the only sports that I should like. Mate. Hold on, what is this?
Even though I know that you want Trump to win, are you of the mindset that
Oh, I gotta go find this interview. I gotta go find this interview. Where is this at? Stephen A. Smith? Oh, yeah. This is what I'm talking about. This is going to be, I bet you, a very good interesting. I guarantee this is going to be.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the latest edition of the Stephen A. Smith Show, coming at you as I love to do at the very. It is my honor and privilege to have my next guest. I'm not going to mince words. I got to get right to it because I've been waiting to interview this man. I don't even have questions in front of me because I know stuff is just going to flow right off of it about who I'm about to talk to next. The man for Value Entertainment, the PBD podcast, Patrick Bet David himself is sitting right next to me.
My man.
How are you, my man? It's
I'm
good to see
doing
you,
good.
buddy.
How
How's
you
everything
doing?
I can't complain, man.
This right here, I have a funny feeling that's meant to slowly expose the mindset of us out here in America and how a black man sort of things at different levels and situations and times of life. Brothers and sisters of the Burn Live Show, if y'all hanging out with me, if y'all thugging with me, I appreciate it. But man, I'm just saying, right now it's coming to points and times where certain conversations need to be spreaded, need to be dissected, need to be discussed. And this is definitely one of those discussions that I definitely think needs to be broken down, talked about, and everything with you. So I'm definitely hyped. I just got a whole new hypeness just for this interview right here. I'm glad I didn't go to nobody else. I'd rather do it myself and cover it myself on my own way. And then I'm gonna go back and watch other people's interviews and see what type of message they got out of it. Yes. PDD. Yeah, I messed up his name. Patrick Bet David, Stephen A. Smith interview.
I can't complain. First of all, how's life these days for you? Let me just get this straight because we're sitting here in the aftermath of a presidential debate. You are unapologetic about who you're going to vote for, and you have been telling everybody and their grandparents that you see what's going on the left, et cetera, et cetera. What has life been like for you over the last couple of weeks or so since that debate has taken place?
Since that debate has taken place, well, I mean, this is probably the most. If we were to talk about a person who is the face of a league, okay, in sports, you're a sports guy. If you were to say What is the worst performance the MVP or the face of the league has had in a finals game, in a fight where you're so disappointed? Who would you say, right? No matter who you ask, left, right, or center, everybody will tell you this is the worst performance we've ever seen in the history of any presidential debate. Doesn't matter who you put up there.
Reagan versus Jimmy Carter.
No. This is
Barack Obama versus Mitt Romney, the first go round.
Well, Romney got it the second go round, and then Romney on the third go round. I was on a flight one time with Bill O'Reilly from Burbank to Vegas, and this was an event he was doing back then, I think, with Dennis Miller. Just like, I don't know, whatever the time is when Romney and Obama are going back and forth. And I said, hey, what the hell happened? Romney had the lead in second debate. Third debate, he got all soft. He says, because Romney got feedback from his marketing team that single women voters don't like the way they were hard on Obama on Benghazi. He took that counsel and he lost. He could have beaten Obama, but he didn't go strong on the third one. No, there's never been anything worse than what we saw here. We've never seen anybody choke, not being able to deliver a single message, allowing Trump to have that one hit to say, honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know what he just said. And I don't think he even knows what he said. So now the real thing is going to be how quickly the DNC is going to be able to replace. If so, if not, there's many moving parts, but we're living in uncharted territories right now. We're going to see what's going to happen.
You know, it's interesting because you've talked, and we'll get into all of this because I don't know too many people you haven't interviewed, to be quite honest with you. You sat down with me years ago. This is before you brought me to your studios here in Florida. But we sat down when you came to see me in New York City. You've interviewed the late, great Kobe Bryant. You've interviewed a plethora of other notable figures inside and outside the world of sports or what have you. But I know what level of passion you have for this particular subject. Are you of the mindset, even though I know that you want Trump to win, are you of the mindset that in Biden's case, he should step out of the race or he should finish the deal?
Do you trust in his way to communicate any message with anybody? Do you trust him? Because this is how it works in the world of business, okay? Let's just say, Stephen A., you're running a $3.5 trillion a year company. Let's call this company USA, okay? Let's say I, on behalf of you, I'm going to go negotiate with another guy named G or another guy named Vlad. Let's just call him Vlad. Or let's call another guy named Zelensky, okay? Or another guy named Raisi or whoever, Khamenei, that's running Iran, the late Raisi. Would you trust Biden on behalf of you to go negotiate with any one of those guys? I don't think you'd say yes to that.
I wouldn't.
Exactly. So we are the owners of this country. We're the voters, right? We are voting for somebody on behalf of us to go negotiate in a favorable term for us. It's very simple. You have to negotiate favorable terms on the $200 billion we gave to Zelensky. You have to negotiate in favorable terms to put the fear in, Putin to not do what he's doing to, Ukraine. You have to put the fear in G. So to me, it starts that simple. It's not even about me and Trump are not friends. I've never broke bread with him to have like a conversation. You probably had more interactions with him one-on-one than I've had with him. I've met him at a UFC fight. Dana made the introduction. I've been to Mar-a-Lago a couple times. I've met his son. I've met him. I've met Don a couple times.
I've never seen him since 2014.
That's the financial advice he gave you.
That's the last time we saw each other. When we were at a game, at the Knicks game, and he introduced me to Bill O'Reilly at that particular moment in time. And I was the person he called in 2014 when he was trying to purchase the Buffalo Bills. And he said to me on the phone, he said, Stephen A., I want to get the Bills. He said, but I got a feeling these folks are going to get in my way. And his exact words to me, and I've said this publicly, so I'll echo it to you.
It's amazing to me that, you know what I'm saying, the things that you want to look at for as a leader. What do y'all look for in a leader? What type of person do y'all can say, hey, this person represents me and my country? I think that he can talk to any of those other leaders over there in another country and can stand on business. I think the black community says that. I think that's one of their catchphrases, stand on business. You had a president that mumbled during a debate to an opponent that's here in America, what type of conversations do y'all really think he's having with other countries' leaders? I didn't think about that until he just said that right now. No bullshit. I done had plenty of discussions with a lot of people, and I never once have we brought up what type of conversations do you think Joe Biden is having with other leaders in other countries? And if you think that he is having conversations, is Joe Biden standing on business? Is he rah, rah, rah? Is he, is the juice man coming on time? Is the juice man on the G5 jet with him? I guess he is. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's so many weird ass questions and allegations that you want to throw up, but I know people like, I ain't got time for that. I'm just trying to put $1 in my pocket and make my family happy, make the streets safe. I get that. I understand that. But when I look at a leader and stuff like this come across my brain, I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. He kind of got a point there. Like, he didn't look good debating against Trump. Then he didn't look good sitting down at a damn interview. How is he talking to other leaders? When he talked to China, Japan, Russia. Caveman just reminded me, you know what I'm saying? Don't forget how he walked past the little black girl. I put it on my timeline. I don't think we discussed it. Also, y'all seen it. Do y'all ever think that he will pass up a world leader if nobody pointed him out and helped guided him to the world leader? You think he'll accidentally walk past somebody in disrespect? He'll probably bomb the shit out of us for real. That nigga turned around, looked at her, and took a picture with the white one. The black dude looked like he said, the white man looked like he said, move, little black lady. He did. Trying to take a picture. My mama. And nigga, she moved out of his way so he can look over. But yet again, you got Stephen A. Smith, who has said repeatedly that he's not going to vote for Trump. He's done seen the debate. He's seen an interview. He's seen Joe Biden pass up that black girl. And like I said, y'all lucky I can't go back and find the video where the dude breaks down the video of the black girl, because she was once in the back. The whoever ran that program of the black girl, y'all. I'm just keeping it real. Y'all know I don't tell stories. They brought the black girl from top of the hill, top of the stairs in the back to the front so they can have a personal one-on-one moment with Joe Biden. So it was planned. It was plotted. And he failed. But let's get back to this interview, ladies and gentlemen.
He said, if them fuckers get in my way, I'm going to get them back. I'm going to run for president. That's exactly what he said.
He said this to you.
He said this to me in 2014.
Wow.
He said it to me in 2014. Trying to get the bills. The price for it was 1.4 billion.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't able to get it. And there you have it.
Yeah. So think about, by the way, I spoke to him and I said, I'd love to see you on Stephen A. It's one of the first things I told him. I said, I'd love to see you on Stephen A. I think that would be a entertaining interview if you interview Trump.
I wouldn't run from it. I'd gladly interview him.
I know you would. And I think it'd be very entertaining for everybody to watch. And if they're watching it right now, they ought to consider it, especially if they did Logan Paul. It'd be a very different kind of an audience to speak to, because a big part of the audience listens to you. So for me, I just did 3 interviews today. Today's, whatever the day is, day after 4th of July, we're sitting here. You're working a day after 4th of July. Most of America right now is like, no, it's my 4-day weekend, all this stuff, right? We're grinding, we're working. I asked one of the guys, I said, hey, You're interviewing today. He says, yes. So you sure you want to work for a company that's working on 5th of July, day after 4th of July? He says, I asked the question myself, right? Do you think President Biden is working on the 5th of July? Do you think he's working 6 days a week the way Trump would do? Do you think he would pick up the calls? Do you think he would pick up the calls more than a Newsom? Do you think he would pick up the calls more than any of the other candidates? So the fact that they have him over a Trump as a candidate, I trust Trump in the locker room to sit down and talk to these guys with G. Did you hear the story that when Byron Donalds was on State Steel, the other fellow that was with him that said, hey, what's the best Trump story that you have? He said he goes one time and sits and talks to the Taliban, and he says, hey, I want you to know something. We're about to exit Afghanistan when I get reelected. When we do, I swear to God, if you do anything to any of my soldiers, even a hair, if anything happens to them, I'm going to kill you. I'm telling you this respectfully. I don't want to have problems with you. Trump gets up, takes out a sheet of paper out of his pocket, hands it to the man with a picture of his house and his family, and walks out.
Wow.
See, I want
Byron Donald told that story.
Byron
Representative
Donald's associate next to him on Sage Steels, I'll
Right.
give you the link
Sure.
afterwards, told the story. And guess what? Do you believe that kind of a story? I do.
So do
I
I.
do believe he would say something like that. I think we need strength today. We don't have it.
Let's get into you for a quick second. And for people who don't know you, just read it from my notes here because I want to make sure I have it right. Immigrated to America when you were 10 years of age after your parents fled Iran as refugees during the Iranian Revolution. Is that correct?
Yes.
They were eventually granted U.S. citizenship, of course. You joined the U.S. military, served in the 101st Airborne after high school. Is that correct?
It is correct.
Okay, so look at the Patriots. I see you. I see you. Launched PHP Agency, an insurance, sales, marketing, and distribution company before you turned 30.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Yes.
So when you think about yourself as a person living here in America, as a guy, family fled from Iran, you're here in America, this American citizen that you are, this pride that you have. Talk to me about what your vision is of what America should be.
What America should be. Okay, so
Yes.
take a look at this. You're the greatest guy in sports commentating ever, right? You're the GOAT. Everybody calls you the GOAT.
I don't call myself
I'm not saying
that,
you
but
calling it. We get to say that, but you're the GOAT in the face of. If I want to find out what something happens with, hey, LeBron James contract 2 years, $102 million, and he didn't decide to take a lower contract to get,
104.
Paul, 104 million or whatever it is
Right.
to get Paul George or DeMar DeRozan or any of these guys, and Klay Thompson had the option. They went elsewhere. What does Stephen A say about this? Oh, okay, got it. All right, I agree, disagree, but I want to know what you have to say, right? Okay. You're black. I'm Middle Eastern. Stephen A had a 1.8 GPA in high school. I don't think you had a 1.8 GPA in high school, but I had a 1.8 GPA in high school. Parents got a divorce to each other twice. They married, divorced, then remarried. I'm born, then they're divorced. Okay, that's my upbringing. My mother's side, they were communists. My dad's side, they're imperialists. So their biggest, they were both the same religion, but politically they were on the complete opposite ends. One side, my mom's side, they would say rich people are greedy. My dad would say poor people are lazy. So who's right, who's wrong, right? When I was 14 years old, I come home one day and I ask my mom, I'm like, Mom, politically, what are we? She says, we're Democrats. I said, really? Yeah. Why are we Democrats? Because Republicans are for the rich and Democrats are for the poor. I said, no way. Yeah. I said, when I grow up, I want to be a Republican one day. I didn't say
You said it just like that?
Just like that.
Wow.
I said, when I grow up, I want to be a Republican one day. Now, I have no clue what we're talking about. I can't stand politics because politics divided the two people I love the most. I'm not even interested in politics, right? So I go to the Army, I get out, and I learn about financial services, and I get into it the day before 9/11. I'm working at Morgan Stanley Dean with it. Then I get into insurance. And then a regular guy like me in September of 2009, I started an insurance company out of Northridge, California. From 66 agents, I focused heavily on recruiting only because to move 500,000 insurance policies, I can't do it on my own. We went national. We built an insurance agency of 50,000 insurance agents. I sold it for a nice multi 9-figure check. I was 83% owner of the company.
Excess of 300 million, correct?
So, and it's going to end up being probably more because there's more things that are coming with it. And then I took that and I always saw things as, what problem do you see? What is the solution, right? Every product or company we've ever developed, whether it's the BedDavid Consulting, you go to beddavid.com, it shows our 5x5 philosophy. At different stages, a founder goes through different problems. How do you overcome these 5 different problems? Manect, where I'm talking to a lawyer one time, And this lawyer, we have a 7-minute call. He bills me for 30 minutes. And I call him. I'm like, why are you billing me for 30 minutes? We had a 7-minute call. He says, well, because your minutes roll up. I said, not to 30 minutes.
Right.
He says, maybe to 10 minutes, 15 minutes. He says, no, that's what it is. I said, what do you charge by the minute? He says, no lawyer charges by the minute. I said, I'm going to build a website or an app one day that I get to pay people by the minute. Later on, we built Connect. You have a minute to connect. Let's connect. And now on email, I can send you an email. The chance of a person, a cold email respond back is less than 1%. A DM is less than 3%. A tweet is less than 5%. Or a LinkedIn is 8%. On Connect, 94% response because you're paying for it.
Right.
So they'll respond back, right? So everything in America, when I look at is if we're going to be in the business of looking at only problems, look at the problem and then blaming him and blaming him and blaming him versus here's a problem. What can I do about it? If we're more going in the mindset of what can I do about it, we can decrease entitlement. We can get more people figuring out ways to make money on their own. We don't need to sit there and say, hey, we'll pay your college.
This is the type of guidance that we need and that we need to face in America. Just owning up on what we got going on in our own business, in our own world. That's what we truly do need. I'm going to continue this later on and actually put some more titles. I just wanted to stay up a little late. It's an hour. About all I wanted to do and hang out with you guys. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. Until next time. On me, y'all. Until next time, I appreciate it. Peace.